Alright, watch fans, time for another hotness pick. And look, I know you've probably seen this either in the email that was sent out or somewhere else on the sales page here that I've created, but seriously, my buddy Wing Liang has lost his damn mind. I kid you not. This is utterly ridiculous. You've got two choices. Well, first of all, what's up for you? The Antiforce Chronograph, obviously from our good buddy Wing over at Android. Two options in this particular watch. We'll get into the details in the more detailed review. This is just the overview. You have the blue dial, and let's see how good I can pan this over without too much shake, rattle, and roll. You also have the almost patented Android purple that's been done on this as well. It's on a genuine leather strap. See if I can tilt that for you so you can see. Double row of stitching done color coordinating to the dial, so purple stitching here as well as blue stitching on the other option. Superluminova hands and hour markers, as well as giving you a hardened impact mineral crystal 316L stainless steel construction, 48 millimeter case diameter that's been done on that, fixed bezel, shortened lug area, not too terribly thick, screw down crown, 200 meters water resistant that's been done. So overall a fantastic timepiece. But why did I say he's lost his damn mind? Well, you can get either the blue or the purple we were just looking at for $53. 53. Okay? $53. You go, but Mike, I can't make a decision between the blue and the purple. That's fine. Wing will send you one of each color for $91. Now, come on. Christmas, Hanukkah, birthday, just because you're my watch buddy I met online, I'm going to send you a watch. You're going to donate it to one of those great groups on Facebook or whatever that does things. Look, $53 for one watch or $91 for two watches. This is a deal that can't be beat. I'm sorry. You show me another watch for $53 that gives you everything that this one does. I don't think so. If you find it, buy it, because you just found one heck of a deal. So we're going to dive into this, take a more detailed review. I will leave you with one very quick warning. There's not a heck of a lot of these to go around. So if you want the deal, act very quickly. I'm going to be totally surprised if this does not sell out in its entirety. Great deal, Android Antiforce Chronograph. Let's take a more detailed look at the watch. Alright, watch fans, let's take a more detailed look at the Android Antiforce Chronograph. As I said, Wing's lost his mind. Killer deal, $53 for one, or get one of each color for a special deal for $91. Which, by the way, Wing sells these for $225 a piece on his website, day in, day out. As a matter of fact, I have a little screen capture that I'm going to include in the little sales page, because I know some of you have been wondering about pricing and whatnot. This is obviously the best deal that you're going to find on this watch. As far as I know, it is the best deal this watch has ever gone out at. And as a matter of fact, I don't work for Android, so I can't say this with 100% certainty, but I don't recall any other watch Wing has ever done for $53. And you're getting a lot of watch here. But anyway, let's take a quick, yet detailed review of this timepiece to jump in there. So as I said, when you measure this, and again, when you measure a timepiece, we're talking diameter. We don't go this way, usually. We go this way, right? Or we go this way, and we do not include the function pushers. This is a 48 millimeter case. So it is what I call that Goldilocks size that really just about anybody can wear. Yes, even the ladies, it'll still play as an oversized timepiece. But one of the things I want you to notice, and we'll go ahead and do a little turn here on the watch so we can see it from the side view. Notice there technically are no lugs on this timepiece at all. This strap that's on there, which we'll get into a bit more in a minute or two, is 28 millimeters in width, because it's going into, there is no lug area that it has to fit into, and that's usually the case that we're looking at. Not so here. So shortened lugs, because there really aren't any. You've just got the watch case with the strap being fully fitted and integrated into that particular design. So that's going to help it wear large wrists and small wrists both. Now, let's turn this bad boy back around here so you can get a good look at it. So as I said, 48 millimeters in case diameter. You've got a integrated single piece design, so the bezel that is on here is a fixed bezel design, and it is done in 316L stainless steel. Hear that? I'm smacking it. It didn't sound good. Hardened, impact resistant mineral crystal, so you are going to get a great deal of dependability, durability with this timepiece, especially when paired up with that 316L stainless steel. Now you're going to notice the hands and hour markers are done in superluminova, so you are getting, when it comes to really anything short of tritium gas tubes, the brightest luminescent material that you're going to have, very long lasting as well once it receives a full charge that's been done on this. I want you to notice the dial, because there's some interesting little tidbits that are taken care of that, are taken in consideration with that. The dial has what Wing calls a geometric pattern, and I wouldn't disagree with that. And this is, I believe, an oil press dial, which does add to the expense of the timepiece. But you're going to notice, and I hope it shows up well on the, oops, trying to get some of the glare off of that. I just wanted to bring it in a bit without getting too much of the glare on there, so you can see the little triangular shapes. Now this is almost a Claude de Paris guilloche pattern, really designed after traditional nails before they went to the round heads on the nail designs. So you're getting a great look on that as well. Now the crown that you see, and this is unscrewed by the way, because I may need to manipulate the hands here in a moment, is a screw down crown, because the watch is 200 meters water resistant. And it's about 8 millimeters, I believe, on the crown. Now the crown is screwed down, but the function pushers are not. Extra care in the way that this has been designed and built, as far as the gaskets and the design of how the movement fits in there, will accommodate 200 meters of water resistance. And if you're new to watches, what that's going to mean is 200 meters is the minimum water resistance level for a dive watch. Now obviously this is on a leather strap, so you're not going to be diving with it, but knowing that you're getting 200 meters of water resistance means that you're getting a very well built timepiece. That means you're getting a thicker crystal, that means you're getting a thicker 316L stainless steel case back, all the things that go into building a timepiece that can resist that amount of pressure that's been done as far as the testing on this goes. Now the movement, very quickly. This is from Time Module Incorporated, TMI. It is an SII, Seiko Instruments Incorporated, so it is a Japanese quartz movement, meaning it is powered by a battery. Obviously, if you could get an automatic for $53, that's not a piece of junk. Good luck there. But this is obviously going to be a quartz. Now there's a few things about this movement that I like. First of all, I want you to notice the subdial layout. 6, 9, 12 o'clock subdial layout. Why is that important? Usually when you see that subdial layout, we're talking about an automatic. Most of your quartz movements are 3, 6, and 9 as far as the subdial layout. Now look, let me be careful here, because I've said this before and people have taken this out of context or twisted it to fit their own little agenda. I'm not saying that you are going to be able to trick anyone into thinking that this is an automatic timepiece. However, if you like that look, right? Many of us have been accustomed to this look. The Valjoux 7750, the Valjoux 7751, the Valgrange A07 211, all in the automatic chronographs, giving you that particular subdial layout. That's what you're getting here. Now, if somebody sees a flash of that on your wrist and they can't figure out what's going on with it, well then okay, you get that. But what I'm saying is this is a look for you as the owner and wearer of the watch, and something that you may like. It gives you that look without having to spend $530 or more, depending on who you're getting it from, in your timepiece. Okay? So let's just be clear with that. So the other thing I want you to notice, and I hope this is really picking it up well on the video, because if it's not, trust me, it's much more pronounced in the way that it looks. And this is true of the purple version as well. Actually, I prefer, if I had a Hotness Pick out of the Hotness Pick, it'd be the purple, because it's a little bit more unique, but this blue is pretty cool too. And I'm not usually a fan of blues, but the outer chapter ring, which is giving you the minute markings and your markers that's been done here in the Superluminova, comes off as a darker color than the dial. And again, this is true of the purple as well. Now, part of the reason for that has to do with the texture design, that geometric pattern that Wing calls it. I would put this into a, as I've already said, a guilloche type of pattern. Obviously not created the same way, but when you have the different layers to the dial that creates this as a part of that oil pressed process, light plays differently on the dial than it's going to on this solid piece around the outside. Okay? So you get almost a two-tone effect there as far as the blue goes, or the purple. And then when you factor in, there is a little bit of a shading difference in the strap stitching, which I'll show you in a minute. Now, when I said this was deep dish, what I want you to notice are these hour marks. Can you see how tall this is? You're going to see it primarily from really the 10 o'clock to the 2 o'clock position at this angle. Very deep dish that's been done on this, and everything really set at a very severe angle. And let me see if I can turn that just a bit, and I'm sorry this is shaking. See how tall that is? That's what I'm talking about, or this one, whichever one you can see easiest or easier. That's what you're going to get there. So a very deep dish configuration while still maintaining easy wearability, by the way. Now let's talk about this movement, the VD55 movement from SII. Of course, you've got the great Seiko name that is coming behind this. I've met several of the folks at Seiko when I was in Basel, Switzerland, and really spent some time with the folks from TMI. Great group of folks, very helpful, very informative. They've got some really cool movements that are out. And when I met them the first time, what was it, 3 or 4 years ago, they were just getting ready to come out with their, what was it, the VK Premium series of chronograph movements, and spent a great deal of time going over those movements. But not just that one, this one as well. Now, what I'm going to do, or I hope you notice first of all, is the fact that this second hand, the center second hand as it's known, is your constantly running second hand. On most watches, this is your chronograph hand, meaning it's always sitting at the 12 waiting for you to use the chronograph. Now, one of the biggest things I always get from folks is they like the looks of the larger second hand constantly being in motion. In this case, you are getting that. Okay, your chronograph second hand is actually going to be down here at this 6 o'clock subdial. Now, the 12 o'clock subdial is a little unique in the way that they've implemented this. This is your 1/10 of a second subdial, or register. Either one would be correct. But what they've done differently is, normally one rotation of this dial would be 1 second, right? In tenths of a second. Notice that at the top it says 00, and at the bottom of that subdial it says 00. This is a dual 1/10 of a second, meaning one full rotation is 2 seconds. A half a rotation, meaning going from the position it's at now to the 6 o'clock position, the other 00 on that subdial, is 1 second and 1/10 of a second. And then when it finishes that rotation, that gives you another second. Now, that's not something that you always see. And again, I'm not trying to tell you this is the be-all, end-all, but it is something that is a little bit different, utilizing that 3-step motor that you find in the VD55. So it does add a little bit to the cost, but it is kind of a cool feature to have. And then, of course, the larger subdial or register at the 9 o'clock position is going to be your minutes. So what I'm going to do is get my fat finger in here, and I'm going to fire up the chronograph. So now the chronograph is running, so you can see 1001, 1002, one full rotation, 2 seconds, 1/10 of a second. You see now also the hand at the subdial at the 6 has started up. That is, as I said, your chronograph second hand. And once we complete a full minute, you'll see this hand slightly tick over, so you can track up to 60 minutes on this subdial at the 9 o'clock position. Now, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do before I do it, because I want you to pay attention, and if you don't, you'll miss what it is that I'm talking about, the extra little coolness feature that's been done on this movement. I'm going to stop the chronograph, and then I'm going to restart it, and I want you to try and take in both the 6 down here and 12 subdials at the same time, because well, this one actually stops, so I'm going to have to restart it again. But they actually reset in the opposite direction. Okay, and stop and restart. See what I'm talking about? Click. One goes clockwise, one goes counterclockwise. So a very cool little feature. Again, is that going to be the be-all, end-all of the watch world? No, it's not. Is it a cool little feature to have? Yes, it is. Does it add expense to the movement? Yeah, actually, it does. So there you go. That is really the movement in a nutshell. Now, the other aspect to this timepiece is the strap with the stitching and everything being color coordinated to go along with that. So again, I'm going to go ahead and turn the watch very carefully. Well, let's go ahead and give you a quick look here. You can see the AD Android logo that's been done on the crown on the timepiece. And again, remember, that crown does not sit out quite as far. This is unscrewed. Now here's the strap. So as we said, there are no lugs, so you can see how this fully integrates into the watch case itself. 28 millimeters wide, tapers down to 22 millimeters, has a little bit of a pebbling effect that's been done on there, so this is not that oil rubbed style. Then you've got a double row of color coordinated stitching. Now what we're looking at here is a little lighter color in the blue that's been done on this timepiece, obviously mirrored on the other side of the strap. This would be the buckle side of the strap that we're looking at here, which is on the 12 o'clock side of the watch case. In the purple option, you're going to get a lighter purple, or maybe even a violet if you want to be super technical about the coloring that's been done on this. Super, super supple leather strap. Wing really knocked it out of the park with this one. It is very, very comfortable. Out of the box wearability. Break-in time is going to be very, very minimal on this particular watch. Now, the other thing too that's surprising is this is not a thin strap. As we go back around here so we can look at the profile on it again, slightly tapering, meaning it's almost negligible, but it is a slightly tapering strap that has been done on this. But as you can see, it is very thick. And normally, you would expect, excuse me, much more of a break-in time to be able to wear this watch comfortably on the wrist. Not the case. Before we get out of here, I'll show you the inside of the strap, because as I've always tried to tell you, that's how you look for quality. Check the stitching on the inside of the strap as well. I do realize that I forgot one thing about the bezel that's been done on this timepiece. That is an acid etch technique that's been done to get that in there. As you've seen going around here, almost everything in the stainless steel has been done in that matte finish, or brushed finish if you prefer. Very little high polish. I think you can dress this watch up as well as, let's see if I can talk, as well as wear it dressed down. I think either would work for you. I think technically this watch is a little more casual in its nature than dressy, but you could certainly throw this on like the one you're seeing here. Throw this on with a nice shirt, blue blazer, blue suit, that sort of thing. Going to work for you very, very well. But throw it on with a t-shirt or a polo shirt, it's going to work for you very well in that particular instance as well. So again, $53. I'm going to use the Wing Liang's Gone Insane tagline for this particular sale. $53 gets you this one or the purple. But Wing said, let's take it up a notch. This is a hotness pick. Folks that follow this expect great deals, and he's really given one not only for the single watch, but you can get one of each color for $91. Now, I don't believe you can get like two blues for that price, or two. I think it's one of each to be able to get that pricing point. As I've already said, I don't think you're going to find another deal for $53 to get a Wing Liang design with his level of customer service and support that uses 3/16L stainless steel, super luminova, mineral crystal, not something that's plastic, an actual mineral crystal with a well-known quartz movement in that VD55 chronograph that is inside of this on a really nice leather strap. That is just an utterly ridiculous deal. So before I go, I said I would show you the strap that's been done on this. So what I'm doing off camera here is kind of preparing this one very quickly, and I'm just going to put it right in front of the other one, and hopefully that's going to work for you. So as I move across there, I hope you can see the quality of the double stitching that's been done on this timepiece. Again, notice the spacing, how straight the lines are, how straight the individual stitches are, and I know it's a little hard to see on the back side here because of the color, but there you go. And if we show you the other side, there's the case back, Android case back. And then of course you'll see the embossing of the Android name and logo there on the buckle side of the strap. And again, the stitching done very, very nicely. Alright, so that's it. $53 for the Wing Liang has went and lost his mind deal as a hotness pick, or pick up both for $91. Awesome deal here. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me hear back from you. If you've got any questions, obviously info@hotnesspicks.com will get you directly in touch with me, and I do check that email every day, so I should be able to get back to you very quickly. You can find me on Facebook as well. I know most of you are either followers or friends there on that particular Facebook page. So however you want to hit me up, that's it. Grab this deal because, again, last point here, very limited in number. I'm fully expecting, and as I've said, I would be hugely surprised at this price point for an Android for $53 that this does not sell out. So jump on it while you can. Thanks for looking at it, and thank you again for all of your support as I do these hotness picks. I'm trying to get better at doing the camera work and the reviews and the videos and everything else. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me, but at the end of the day, it's all about the watches and the great deals that you've got, and this one, hard to beat. Thanks, everybody. So one of the things many of you have asked me for is a shot on the wrist as we're doing these hotness picks. So here is my wrist, which is about 8 inches, thereabouts. As you can see the watch being done on there. A little bit of a profile view, as you can see there. So that is it. That is your wrist shot. So if that helps you in making your purchasing decision, I'm happy to continue doing this. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. But again, Antiforce Chronograph, Wing Liang, done went and lost his mind deal. There you go.